Right, so John Sheridan has been announced as the new Oldham Athletic manager, replacing Steve Robinson, and it's similar to what happened last year with him replacing Steve Robinson this time, and obviously replaced David Dunn last time, and it's the same situation as he only sacked him because he had someone else to bring in. Now, obviously, last time he kept Oldham up with 2 games to spare, got us on to 54 points, I think, which is, a big achievement. Now, I'm going to have another video talking about why I think he left, and why I think he isn't a snake as people are branding him. So I'll have that video up and I'll have a link or an annotation or whatever so you can click it. But obviously I've been reading through all the tweets, and one of the questions is, well, can he keep us up again? And I think definitely. Obviously, it's much easier this time when it comes to points, but maybe squad-wise it's harder, because last time it was we needed 5 or 7 points off getting out of the relegation zone. But now it's I think I'm not too sure it's 3 points or 4 points. We've got 2 games in hand, so it's in our own hands basically. But Anthony Gerrard is meant to be coming back once the transfer embargo gets lifted, and so is Holloway, that striker from Fleetwood, who we got on loan from Wickham last year, because he isn't getting game time at Fleetwood, because the manager who signed him left, I think, at the start of the season, and then that Rossler guy who was at Blackburn or Wigan, was it, took over. Right, so I'm recording this after the 1-0 win against Gillingham. Now, obviously he hasn't been able to bring in any players because the transfer embargo hasn't been lifted, but I don't think Steve Robinson would have been able to win that game. And also John Sheridan and Ian Barraclough have had the kind of influence. The Law free kick was amazing. It was actually really good. But obviously it was only 1-0, so would we have scored if that free kick hadn't gone in? You don't know, but it's a win's a win, and it's good like that. Once Sheridan said he's going to bring in 3 or 4 players. Now I could presume one of them's Gerrard and one of them's Holloway, so there's 1 or 2 more players to bring in that we don't know about. I would imagine that one of them's probably a striker as well, maybe a centre mid. These other 2 players. Bloody hell. But at the back, I think we actually, obviously I'd still take Gerrard coming in, but we're pretty strong at the back when you think about it, because you've got Peter Clark, who wasn't there last season, Brian Wilson as well, who's playing right back, centre back and left back. He's kind of all across the back, but he's mainly a right back, but I think he played centre back today, and played decently. And obviously the young 19-year-old lad George Edmondson, is it? Who has been compared to James Tarkowski, who's now in the Premier League. Both of them are Oldham Academy graduates. But yeah, Edmondson is replacing Burgess, who's went off to Bury. I'd still probably play Edmondson as well, because if you think about it, Peter Clark and Gerrard are both quite old. They're both in the mid-30s, so they're obviously going to be quite slow. So if you have quite a fast player, over the top through balls will just be constant, and a quick strike will be going past them. So that's why if you had someone like Edmondson, who's not as slow as Peter Clark or Gerrard, then it'd be quite decent. Stop the quick strikers running in and out. And also what I should mention is Brendy Glacken, the Northern Irish under 19, is he? I don't know. He's one of the youth teams in Northern Ireland. He made his debut today. He came on in the 88th minute, so he's only played 5 or 6 minutes, but still he's made his debut and all that, and it's obviously it'd be good for him. After even if it is only 5 or 6 minutes, just being on the pitch during the game for that short amount of time is good. But yeah, that's all I have to say. I do think Oldham can keep John Sheridan can keep Oldham up. I'm going to say this: if John Sheridan keeps Oldham up and he stays throughout the summer, I genuinely think if Corny allows him to keep some of the loan players or get new loan players in, I genuinely think that the playoffs is possible, because the form he had last season, from when he came in, Oldham finished 5th, and if you can get players like that, maybe not Matty Palmer because he's in the Championship regularly now, so with Burton, so maybe not him, but if you can get the team playing like it was from this time last season, then obviously the playoffs is possible, and the top 10 is most definitely possible. So obviously that depends on if he stays, if he gets backed and all that, but I'm going to talk more about why I think he left in the other video, like I said before, and I'll have a link in the description and annotations or whatever. But yeah, thank you for watching this video, and I'll see you in another one.